Hello. Okay, I just want to kind of show this build. I know it's almost a new episode, it's almost heresy, but I really liked this build with Warlords Ruin, and so I think the concussive reload was really helpful. But other than that, you don't really need any of the other perks necessarily. I mean, it's nice to reload faster, and there's some void synergy, but I'm sure you can just plug in the heresy's void synergy, and I'll kind of update it, see if anything needs to be changed. Going back, the damage phase that was shown, the rotation that you kind of want to do is fire velocity baton and then do your grenade, and that's what reloads demolitionists, and you're also getting orbs of power from that. And then switch to KHVOSTOV, and then as you're switching to chill inhibitor, throw out an arcane needle which procs facet of courage and dawn, and then you can do damage with chill inhibitor, and then I would nova bomb right after that and then switch to velocity baton, and you can just save some time by animation canceling with nova bomb and animation canceling with your arcane needles, and you can kind of every time your radiance goes down, and it's kind of hard to see, so you're kind of gonna have to, like, I think it's 10 seconds it stays up, and so like every 10 seconds just throw one of those out. You should have prismatic, and so you can always just bring those back whenever you're out of those, or grenade. So always throw out a grenade, especially in the damage phase, when you need to reload velocity baton. If you don't have a grenade, then that's why I have a void loader on there. For damage phase, it really does matter though, so you're not having to reload during that damage phase. But this is kind of the build I got going on. Nova Bomb, and I do Spirit of the Star Eater and Osmiomancy, so your grenades come back quicker, and I'm not expecting to get to full stacks on Star Eater between damage phases. On the first one, I switch pretty early, try and build up some of those stacks after I proc Getaway Artist, but the loop for survivability and just surviving in Warlords Ruin is throw up Getaway's Artist, and then, well, you shoot velocity baton, reload it using your arc grenade and Getaway Artist, and so you got an arc turret, get a kill with that, which gets you devour. If you lose devour, you can just throw out a few velocity baton shots, and then it reloads your grenade really quickly. KHVOSTOV, it also, with attrition orbs, makes KHVOSTOV much more powerful, and like in that first clip, it shows it bouncing between more enemies, and so the more orbs of power you have, the more ricochets that happen, so that's why the eyes were being able to proc, and you were able to get out of the cage super fast and be able to get a full damage phase easier, because you're going to be able to get both those totems. This is by no means a guide to Warlords Ruin, but this is a build that I really liked to solo flawless it. I am a hunter main, most of my hours are on hunter, and this was kind of the build that I was like, I need to get used to warlock, I need to get really good at warlock, and so this really helped me. Facet of Grace, really useful with KHVOSTOV. You're just able to build darkness energy really fast. This gets you a void overshield, and so you have overshields constantly between your attrition orbs from velocity baton, as well as you get kind of your double dipping because of the void siphon, and then the kinetic siphon, you're generating even more velocity baton. You're not really going to run out of special. I do like having the special finisher. Well, number one, it holds your armor charge. If you don't have like any, what is it, surge, if you don't have any surge on any part of your kit, you do need something to kind of hold it, to hold your armor charge. Then they may have changed that, but special finisher is always a good option. Then bomber, just get your grenade back faster, and reaper, which Phoenix Dive is kind of a, once you're out of these two abilities to proc devour, you're out of devour, so you use Phoenix Dive to just kind of save yourself. You get a healing, you get a turret, and you can recharge. You get an orb of power and it recharges your grenade faster. Just really helps with survivability there. For your chest, run double solar and one of these, either arc or void. Double solar just because there's a lot of solar damage, especially when you're trying to get the totem, so that's kind of tough. The second room, these are the ones that outrun, and in the third boss room, outrun double void, and I think it's solar, but basically whatever you're dying to the most, definitely have double void on the final boss, because the boss is doing that damage the whole time, and so just really helps with survivability. So I think that covers most of it. My arms, I always like reloader mods. Firepower, sadly, I don't think it works with Getaway Artist. I've tried it a couple of times, but you're getting enough orbs anyway. It's honestly better. Bolstering detonation just gets your grenade back faster, especially during the boss phase. Or not your grenade back faster, it gets your Phoenix Dive back faster. So just you're surviving better on the plates. So that is my build. If you have any questions, let me know. This is just the Envious Arsenal bait and switch one, the free one that they give you. Just masterworked. So yeah, let's get to some gameplay. Kind of want to showcase how to use the build first off, and I'll just give kind of commentary on Warlords Ruin as well, because it's just this build works especially well in Warlords Ruin. That's kind of how it came to be. I like popping my grenade and then just, you know, going at it, just get it back so quick. And you can also here with KHVOSTOV, just with max stacks, or I think I'm ×5 right there stacks, you're able to just get out so quick. It's super easy to get both podiums, but with Velocity Baton, it's really safe because you're just generating so many orbs you can just run into or grab. With KHVOSTOV as well, just shoot to loot and to grab it. And sometimes they flinch you out of it. This is kind of a scuffed damage phase, but still do a lot of damage in between the grenades and chill inhibitor. For this though, you kind of just gotta play it safe sometimes, and honestly you can switch to your damage whenever you're full on ammo. I just always switch back to Getaway Artist. Yeah, I switch back to Getaway Artist whenever I can. It's kind of risky to switch here, but I would just make sure to get some orbs, get some overshield, and then forgot to proc Transcendence here. There it is. This first one, it's alright if it's a little scuffed, honestly. It's so quick, you just gotta, as long as you get like 1 or 2 full rounds of chill inhibitor, you're gonna get a 4 phase pretty easily. The first one it was only 1 phase just because I wasn't really optimizing for survivability, so for this I tend to take it a bit slower. Another one where I breaked out just immediately. The double scavenger mods is pretty crucial for all of these bosses, especially the last one. I've noticed just helps a ton, just DPS. I do like to hang around these corners, or whenever I see that blue mist, to fire into that, and then you get a ton of orbs, and I'm getting my super back each damage phase pretty consistently, and that's also due to Velocity Baton's origin trait, which is Bray Legacy. So hits with this weapon grant ability energy to the least charged ability. So I guess not to my super, but to maybe no, I don't think it's to your super, but it does help get that grenade back. And I probably, I guess I'm just getting so many orbs from just the orbs from velocity, honestly. But first encounter is definitely the easiest. This encounter with, I don't know why I call him Greg. Locus of, some of these boss names, man, I just do not remember them. But I hang in this corner, get my devour going, having devour procced. That's why I honestly have the arc grenade is just proccing devour, so that's pretty great. And then the orbs are powering up KHVOSTOV as well, which is really nice. This encounter definitely don't jump. Phoenix dive is, I chose Phoenix dive for this encounter, honestly. I will miss weakening grenade launchers just for how much faster you can cook these guys. Like, that was a primary weapon, and just between the damage from Graviton, my arc grenade, and then just KHVOSTOV, it's just a beast, dude. I don't know what I was doing there. You can just fire in here when you see them spawn too as well. But that just kind of repeats. Do that twice. I'll kind of show with getting the two guys, getting the totem next to each other to get a pretty consistent two, what are they called? Lighting up two of the, that was pretty sick. If you do like a short hop and then immediately Phoenix dive, you can get that, but I don't hit that every time. But yeah, as soon as he spawns that totem, just try and melt him as fast as possible. It's even faster with the arc and solar soul, so it's pretty sick. Then here's pretty nice. You can just jump through the window. And I like to pop an arc soul or something before I do that normally, but alas. And the grenade gets back so quick. So I get devour up. I like clearing out these left side eyes just and a few of the right, but I like doing damage from left to, or right to left to right, depending on where you're looking at. With this one, I feel like moving all the time is just pretty crucial. I do a lot of short hops. This whole dungeon I'm doing a little short hops, but this is probably, I don't know. I like the second and third encounters a lot. They're just so fun. The Arc Soul is just so nice. It's, some people call it just like the, what do they say? It's like the lazy man's exotic, but I think it's actually really helpful. For this, I started popping Transcendence before I went into my inventory, and not just I guess I did, but oh yeah, survivability with this one kind of tough. So if you need to have a not great plate, it's okay. I do Noble Bomb on the second plate, just once the ads are cleared, and shooting KHVOSTOV into the boss as well does ad clear. You saw that ricochet right into him. Should have saved my grenade. I guess I shouldn't have, because it was off the prismatic. Just cook him, watching ads on the side. Yeah, if anything gets close, you gotta be pretty close. My Transcendence is already back up, which is crazy. Well, it almost was. I don't think I'm gonna I think it's better to just try and get rid of all my heavy. Which I'm surprised I didn't do. I dodged that ammo brick so I can put on scavenger mods. So it's 12 instead of like 10 or something. And then I just rinse and repeat. Nothing too crazy. The only annoying thing is there's so many buffs and stuff happening on the left side that you really don't know when devours when you have devour or not, but that was good. I'm just playing it safe, honestly. I did this dungeon again for the catalyst, and I solo flossed it a few months ago, like a month and a half ago or something, and coming back to it, it's like you gotta relearn the whole thing again. And so I wasn't going for flawless this time, but it definitely took me a couple of attempts. I forget how, like, especially on the final encounter kind of rocks you, dude. Super tough. This one wasn't too terrible. I enjoy this one. The last one, sometimes crap can happen and you can get a little frustrated. I have a little montage I built out, I'll show after this one, but the loop's just so clean. It's just like you're getting demo to proc so often to reload your gun, and I didn't know it could do that until a few months ago. I didn't understand how amazing Demolitionist was, especially for Warlock builds. I don't know if I like Demo. I don't know if I love Velocity Baton for Hunter time. I haven't really tried it out as of yet, but for Warlock, I think it really shines, honestly. Yep, pop Transcendence and switch to damage. Making sure to throw my first grenade after. Oh, yeah. Avoid the slam. You can reload and stuff. You have 10 seconds to reload and everything. I probably should have cleared a bit more, but big gun. Yeah, perfect. Always making sure. Probably should have hit him with the needle again just to get radiant back up. So doing as much damage as I could. Yeah, those guys are kind of amazing. And when you don't have Transcendence, the timing for proccing Demolitionist can be kind of bad, so sometimes you have to manually reload. So, yeah, and I should have shot it first. Just used to an empty Velocity Baton, you know. That was pretty good damage, Definitely going to be a 4-phase. Oh, and the late Transcendence throw grenade. Classic. I'm just fighting for my life, waiting for Devour to come back up. I have Phoenix type though, so I'm not like too scared right here. But then once I get the arc grenade, then we're cooking. Boom. And these proc Devour as well, the little eye things. So it's perfect. Next season, Heresy does have some void mods, so I'm wondering how much it will change. This build will. I'm sure you could use other weapons. I just think this rotation is really fun, and KHVOSTOV, you can get it really cooking. You can even throw on, if you want to get real goofy and you don't care about just holding your armor charges, like I'm doing here, like you can see that there are 3 armor charges that are being used right here. Then you could throw on Kinetic Surge, and then KHVOSTOV could do more damage, and that would probably be in higher end content, because in here it's fine against the weaker enemies, so I wouldn't be too worried. Against tankier enemies, it's good to pre-fire Velocity Baton and then activate your arcs, your grenade, but with weaker enemies, it's better to just proc your grenade and then fire Velocity Baton. So it's not killing him before you use your grenade, and so you lose out on that refunded grenade energy. That's just nitpicking, honestly. do like the sped up. I like speeding up the in between damage phases because I feel like it's pretty. This is a long dungeon. Solo Flawless. This was not easy, for sure. But one of my favorite dungeons, honestly. I really do like this dungeon. Boom. Oh, perfect. Proc down. I don't know what. I guess. Yeah, when he swings down to hit the what's it called? The like fire. Sometimes his arm hits your grenade launcher and can kill you. Grenade launchers don't kill you immediately anymore, which is cool of them, but I mean, not immediately is still pretty bad. It's like it still gets you down to in the red, but hey, that's why we're running over shields here. I do drop most of my heavy on the second and third plate. And then the first and last are kind of just whatever else I got. For the last encounter, I kind of was toying with non-Phoenix dive just to survive better, but again, you can just hit the boss for ad clear because KHVOSTOV ricochets, which makes it better than some other. Like for example, Sunshot. If you hit Sunshot against the boss, it doesn't really ricochet to enemies at all. But KHVOSTOV, it's really interesting that it does. So, last phase, definitely playing a bit more safer towards the ends here, but you just kind of have to go for it, Big Brandon Sanderson fan, and quote from there is like momentum is everything, so you just gotta keep it going, I guess. See, even from that distance, KHVOSTOV just cooks, brother, cooks. It will take down those minotaurs, and that's pretty fire. Just do some general ad clear. These guys in the top right, I would definitely try and clear them out before your damage phase sometimes. Now, I wouldn't say every time, but sometimes you get some weird spawns where they just stick around during the damage phase, and they're pretty nasty, so definitely I'm holding right there until I wait for the sound, and then boom, he dead. So he can be close to the totem, and you can just be clean, just grab 2. And if you're a speedrunner, I'm sure like you can go and try for 4, but I just prefer the consistency for now, for my skill level. But this last damage phase is kind of oh, that was close. That was close. I remember that. That's why I use Phoenix dive in this encounter. I just kind of go, do the same route each time. It's pretty safe, especially if you have an arc solo. My inventory button set to my F1, or so that's kind of goofy. Oh, be careful, Nova Bomb can kill you. The only reason it didn't was because I had an overshield, I'm pretty sure. So that was almost a wipe, but it'd just be, you don't have to proc bait and switch against the boss. It can be against the miners. There's a little compilation of my pain, so enjoy. That one was dumb, actually. And this one, oh, it's so funny. No way, dude. anyway, those are just a few ways that you can die in Warlords Ruin. That was fun. I like doing that with for the final encounter, I switched the build around a little bit. Instead of switching over to the Warlord class exotic, Solipsum. I have trouble pronouncing that one, but my Solipsum, it just wasn't. I was dying a lot more frequently, just after and during the damage phase, and so I just ended up keeping good old getaway artist on the full time. So always break one side of the eyes, and then this one KHVOSTOV broke all of them. But I like to farm out a little heavy ammo, especially for like the final encounter. This one, go towards the guy who spawns his totem first, and then just try and melt him as quick as possible. And you can even throw your grenade like that. But then before you go to the other side, just hit that guy. It's pretty consistent that he never gets over to you, which can cause some problems, of course. Pop Transcendence. I'm already switched to my damage build, so it's a little slow animation swap, so it wasn't fully effective, but have the dark debuff up. I guess I have dark debuff up as well with the grenade, but I guess I'm just proccing Radiant. It just does a good amount of damage. It's just great that my grenades are doing so much damage, as well as chill inhibitor. I break the shields of the wizards are my nemesis in this dungeon, so I always make sure to either throw a grenade at them, or like if you have an arc soul, you can throw a grenade at them. Like I got 2 grenades back in that 20 seconds, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's just KHVOSTOV doing his thing, dude. What I love is just with these guys, you'll notice I'll just be shooting the big dude, and all the little enemies or the minor enemies are dead. So yep, there's a grenade. It does storm grenade chunks, honestly. It does a good amount of damage, but I don't remember if I got a 4 totem on this one, but 2 totems is honestly a lot safer. Times that I almost died was always at like a 4 totem thing, but yeah, no, just maybe 3. No, not 3. Yeah, so my build honestly right now is I just have the weapon surges on, as well as the time dilation on my second loadout. And if I have full ammo, I just switch to the second loadout because it's the same level of a safe. And then after the damage, I would switch to pick up ammo. So right here, I could probably just switch back over to my damage. Because, oh, this was scary. Holy crap, I forgot about that. Anyways, ignore that. Let's just try and take those down as fast as possible. Wondering to see if this will change at all for next season. If I switch to like a linear fusion rifle, which honestly right now I don't love linear fusion rifles, but I've only been really playing Destiny a ton since Season of the Wish, so I kind of missed its heyday. so this time they both spawned one at like kind of the same time, so took a little longer, but yeah, that was such a late grenade throw. I don't know what to tell you there. Just trying to get that overshield, honestly. Animation canceled. So cool. I have to just play it safe, you know. Nice, I got that Transcendence grenade off. That's what I'm talking about. Longer damage phases, harder to survive, especially with Phoenix Dive. So if you're just going for the clear, I'd honestly just go for 2 totems. Because in this run, I think I did. It was in 1 and like 3/4 rotation. Now, without Transcendence, not as great. Especially no devour. Kind of tough, but you can just kind of hide behind the pillars and it's a lot better. I think I'm gonna get Transcendence back here pretty quick. Honestly, why I opted for like a chill inhibitor instead of a bait and switch runs out, so I don't waste any heavy ammo that I could use with Radiant and bait and switch. Just because I'm gonna dump the rest of my heavy right here. I don't know why that didn't give me demo. I guess I cast the grenades too fast, but turns it into a really easy 2-floor. Definitely hide behind pillars as needed, especially when you don't have devour. And you can just kind of wait it out. I farmed for ammo for a good while here. I won't fast forward this last encounter just because I think it's the hardest encounter, so if you're watching this, I accidentally didn't hold down my storm grenade. That's fine, that's fine. Look how fast and it's back, dude. It's still crazy to me. If you don't have the roll, definitely go farm one out. Do the out of bounds and Vespers. Ooh. Sometimes you just gotta dunk on some Taken with a. This is also with the Scorn. I have this Scorn artifact mod. It's Scorner. You can do more damage to Scorn, so I don't know how big it affects. I guess it just affects the bigger totem bearer guys, but I don't think the boss is Scorn at all. I was trying to go back and forth to kind of dodge the boss's attacks, but it's got a pretty big blast radius, so it is sometimes effective. That time, this guy spawned at first, so pop Transcendence just to stay alive. Found an orb, and then we're fine. So honestly, it's not too bad with. I still have Transcendence during damage, so if you wanted to pop it a little bit early, totally up to you. That was sick. Not to toot my own. That was pretty cool. And 3, 2, 1, go. See, with the 4 plates, you know, it gets kind of risky after, because I'm pretty sure it's the Taken spawn, the little boss, the little guys spawn, and then and then they spawn again if you do a 4 totem. So a little bit more risky, but honestly could have pushed the boss here to the final phase, but I ended up thinking I could push with like special and primary or something like that. I don't know what happened, but just farmed back up to full ammo. What a dodge. What a dodge right there. Yeah, sometimes, you know, just doing a little short hops. Also, when I do loadout swaps, I like doing the warlock float just because the enemies can't hit you as easy. And these totem bearers, they like, and the wizards, dude, don't get too close to them. They just stomp you. It's not fun. Don't get too close to the boss either. He does like a force push thing. It was in my montage where I died against the cliff on the right there, but dude, KHVOSTOV sound too is just, it's just angelic. Boom, and you just back up to full health with shields with a few orbs from Velocity Baton. It just makes surviving a lot easier. It's definitely not your, let's say not your average build, but like not your normal way of surviving, so it's kind of counterintuitive sometimes. I don't know if I'm getting the right totem there. Yeah, I didn't get the right totem, so it's just a 1 totem. So I wasn't able to push him. See, look at that. And I was like, alright, time for the final. But honestly, it might have been better to get full heavy ammo, because at the very end of the final, like, last stand, I end up with 7 chill inhibitor shots left. So doing the math, let me see, let's see how many I go into it with, and then we'll do the math. But you should probably have at least like 20 if you don't want to rely a lot on your special. Or it's just nice using the arc grenade to reload. I think it's really cool and it's a fun loop. Being super safe here, you know. Only went for the few tokens. Or actually, I haven't even gone for it. So yeah, 23 minus 7. So make sure to have at least 16 shots in your chill inhibitor before you go in. If you want to just use your super and chill inhibitor. For this one, honestly, I just want to kill the other totem bear, just because he tries to kill me here. But since I hit him with orbs earlier, free overshield, dude. It's so free. I like pre-firing Velocity Baton. Boom. Let's go! Well, that's the build. Super fun. I really enjoy it. Keeps up in high-end content. I'm sure you could switch out KHVOSTOV and Velocity Baton for something else, but you want to maximize your fun here. Like, come on, just do it. I also got it's kind of crazy. I got another What is it called? The exotic. I got another exotic. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that damage. Anyway, thanks. Bye.